Hey everyone, Trace here. Hey everyone, Trace here. I'm going to be making a card that I saw sort of on Google. I kind of Googled stars and moons, and I found the saying that's so beautiful, and so I wanted to use it on a card. And the new stamp sets also inspired me. This one here from MMI Made It is the tiny faces. I'll try not to glare it for you. It's so adorable, all these little faces and a star. And so I'm going to be using that one. And also that came out is friendly faces. Try to get that without the glare. And just these are almost the same faces, just a little bit bigger. And this one has the moon and the sun. And so I'll be using these. And I'm also going to be using MMI's brand new dies. And I'm so excited to use these. I took them out and played with it a little bit, and they are really high quality dies. They're fantastic. They're nice and solid. You know, they don't move around, or they're not very thin. They're very thick dies. They're very high quality, which is something you would expect from MMI, of course. So give these a try. You're going to really love her dies. So we're going to use that as well. And art glitter glue, of course, VersaFine ink. The two distress inks are mustard seed and fossilized amber, and cutter bee scissors and a block. And so this is the saying that I found on the internet, and what I did was just printed it from my computer. I just typed it out and printed it because I probably could have went through all of MMI's collection of stamps and found these words and put them all together, but to save time I just kind of printed it from my computer. The saying reads, "You are my sun, my moon, and all my stars." And I love that. I think it's beautiful. So we're going to make a card out of all these fun stuff. So let's get started. So the die set comes with 8 dies altogether, and the two of the U's, there's one that is a shadow, or the back part of the word, and then the smaller one. So this is what they look like when they are actually cut. So one is thicker than the other, so they would overlap each other or overlay, and you can mix and match colors and things like that. And look at how gorgeous that is. So pretty. So what I'm going to do is the thinner layer I'm going to leave white, and this one I'm going to color or shade with the ink. So that'll look really nice. So these dies are fantastic. You've got to try them out. Love them. And part of the die cut was these little pieces that came out right here. And wouldn't those be awesome as either raindrops or teardrops or that kind of thing? Always looking for something else to do with them. So they're perfect little sized little teardrop. Just love it. Anyway, so I also, after I cut that out, this is only half a sheet of white cardstock, so you could really do a lot. I just stamped out a bunch of the moon and the stars and the sun, and I could probably get 2 cards with what I have stamped out here. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut with these out, and I'm going to ink them up. I'll show you how I do that with a couple of different shades of yellow. And I'm going to use a little bit of scrap paper. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I went ahead and inked up all of these. I do want to show you with this last star how I did it. First, I'm using the fossilized amber. So that's the darkest one. And I have the blending pad on there. I'm just going to take just a small amount on the edge, and I'm using my tweezers. You could use a pokey tool, scissors, whatever you have, just to kind of not get your fingers in there. Although I still did and got ink all over me, but that's half the fun. So we're going to take the darkest color, and what I did was just put a small amount right towards the center, and you can kind of see they look a little different, each of them, and I really like how the two colors blend nicely. So I'm just going to put down just a little bit of this darker ink, kind of in a little bit darker in some areas, and so it's not really a lot there because I'm going to be using the other color on the edges, so it's just the smallest amount. And so now I'm going to just switch out my pad here, and I store the other one in the back, so just pick that one up. And so this color is mustard seed, and I just pick up a little bit of ink, and this is where I actually do more circle and kind of blending. So before I was just kind of putting it down, but this is now actually in a circular motion of sorts, just kind of putting some ink down, blending those two colors together, and it really looks nice and realistic to me. And I also picked up, and this is where I got the ink on me, I picked it up and made sure my edges had ink on it as well. So there you have that one. So now all of my inking is ready to go. Then the next step is putting it all together. So I went ahead and put the white part onto the shadow part, and that looks really nice, doesn't it? And so everything is laid out how I want it. The card front is actually some paper that was an ombre kind of blue, lighter to darker, and I really like that. But you could also watercolor a background for this, and it would look so nice, just an ombre kind of blues, and that would, I thought of that afterwards, and that would look really nice too. And also stamped out the faces before I put on some foam on the back. I am going to pop up all of the characters, but I did put some foam on the back of the sentiments, so I'm going to be popping those up as well. So this is about how I want my layout to be, and I'm going to go ahead and put everything together and be right back. So that finishes up this card. I just glued everything down to the card base, and it is so adorable. I had such a ball making this. The stamp sets are fantastic. The die sets are out of this world. So give it all a try. And thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like and comment, ring the bell, gosh, any more? And so all that fun stuff. Thank you again, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.